All right, here we go. So thanks for joining us, guys. This is the NA Dota Elite League. It is September 10th. It's the third or fourth game we've done. Fourth game, I believe. Fourth game tonight that we're doing. So we've had a couple of crazy games. Not the closest games in the world. Maybe this game will change that. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I do see at least one decent game a night generally when I'm casting. With that being said, we already see the Abaddon pickup coming out from Arteezy as he is the drafter for the Radiant lineup. Let's go ahead and introduce everybody. Arteezy's going to be there. We see Lampo, TC, Bulba, and Universe on the Radiant. We'll see on the Dire. Snaking's going to be drafting. Monkeys Forever, Grand Grant, PPD, and Supercell also going to be on that Dire team. So a bunch of really good players once again. Um, and we had a pretty crazy game, I'd say. A pretty, I don't want to say, I guess clowny game would be the correct term in the last game. But yeah, we're here. My name is Mont, so thank you for joining me. With me is, of course, NY John. He'll be leading the way tonight. Um, John, are you alive? Are you here? What's
Yes.
going on?
Okay,
Okay.
so I just did my RNG stuff, and Dustin gets the three keys. So
Let
congrats
me.
to Dustin.
So wait, we had no good tweets in terms of funny tweets. It was
No,
just RNG.
we just did RNG.
Well,
I
that's kind
just,
of depressing, guys.
it's okay. Everyone has an off night. Some might speculate that we're having an off night. Mason's having an off night. So
I'm not having an off night. I think we're having a great night.
I'm having a good night. I'm just saying,
Okay.
some might not like it. Maybe
All right.
people that
Well, you're
we're
probably
being
right.
mean to. It's not everyone. So Dustin, I'll talk to you after the game because right now we got a game to watch, and once again, it is a fabulous crew of players. And let's give credit where credit is due. PPD followed me on Twitter this morning. He
What?
has been playing really good Dota,
What?
and it's
He
not
followed
just
you?
because he followed me on Twitter. He joins my cast of really famous followers like him, Soldier Boy, and that's it.
You got
That's
Social
it.
Boy too?
And that's it. Yes, I got Soldier Boy.
Nice. I'm
Um,
so glad.
everyone I get so frustrated when everyone's like, "What song's the Soldier Boy?" It's only Tell 'em and what's the other one they always say?
There's
Pretty Boy
another
Swag.
song?
But I like
Oh.
the one Hop Up Out My Bed, Turn My Swag On. I think it's called Swag On. That one is like his best song. Let's be honest.
Oh.
If you don't know it, you can YouTube it later. It's good. And it's really motivational. So you should like just blast it throughout your house in the morning when you're trying to get ready for work and then go to your really boring desk job and be depressed because you just got so hyped for nothing. But either way, it's one way to rock out in the morning.
Yeah.
So looking at some of these picks, I gave my shout out to PPD. A lot of good players in the game, like I said. Abaddon makes his way into a game. Oh my god, he's actually getting played. Everyone's
Yeah.
saying Abaddon OD. It's kind of like the new tree OD.
I mean, you're probably right. That's a disgusting combo already. Dignitas Jakiro or Darkseer Jakiro. I know it's Dignitas that did that, but forgive me. Darkseer Jakiro is pretty strong. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as strong as Abaddon Outworld Devourer just because Aphotic Shield's a broken spell. That spell is so fucking broken.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly why he's good. Like that's the only reason he's good because he has a third ability that's worthless, right? Like
Yeah.
his orb doesn't do anything. His ultimate is good, but you can deal with it. The shield breaking disables is very powerful and it's very frustrating. So you can't really worry about it too much. You can't say we're not going to pick disables because then you're just going to get YOLO swag done. So you just have to work around it. He can only use it so often, and you can zone him out of fights to a decent extent if you just target appropriate AoE at him. You don't want to focus him, but he gets hit by secondary sources of damage. All of a sudden, his ultimate gets wasted, and you kill him. He's not that
Right.
hard to kill unless you're like intently focusing while all the other heroes are still alive.
Well, and that's also a problem because I mean, you say that, you try not to focus him as best as possible. Really what it comes down to is that Abaddon is going to try to be in the front lines in all fights. He's going to be the one he's going to try to draw your attention as if he had some sort of taunt, but he's just going to do it by just sitting in the front lines essentially, throwing up the aphotic shields, throwing up the mist coils. And that's a big deal because if he's still alive in a fight and he's still throwing up aphotic shields, there's a good chance that whatever stun or whatever disable is going through is going to be dispelled. Or that aphotic shield's going to break, it's going to deal damage. He's going to miss coil, which is a pretty good heal. Even at its early levels and up to its max level as well. So Abaddon is a hero that you kind of have to. It's one of those heroes where it's kind of counterintuitive because most people will be like, okay, we need to focus this hero so that he doesn't get off these certain abilities. You can't focus Abaddon because then he's just going to borrow time. Unless you can focus him down quick enough with borrowed time goes away, then you kill him. But it's kind of a no-win situation when you have to play up against that hero. There are ways to deal with it, and I think they have those ways. If you can disrupt him, get him out of a fight, yeah, I think they'll be okay. But with a Visage as well, this lineup is already pretty disgusting. So,
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good things from him.
and
Here's my thought process too. A lot of people are going to underestimate the fact that Abaddon with an OD gives him the aura,
yeah, the Essence Sword, yeah.
essence aura, which is amazing because Abaddon's cooldowns are so low. So
Hmm.
5 and 6 spammable cooldowns
Yeah.
where you're proccing your mana pool back. That really is strong. That's why Visage is good with OD too, because you get your mana back for Soul Assumptions. That's another low cooldown ability. So this roster so far is taking full advantage of the synergy possibilities between these
Yeah.
heroes, which is really cool to see. There is a counter pick coming out. It's going to be a Viper to lane against the OD.
Hmm.
Viper does well in that lane, and OD can still at break even. I'd say it's still possible. He has really good base damage early, of course. Viper around 5 is going to be a powerhouse in that
Yeah.
lane. So that's got to be the point where maybe rotate a support over, maybe have Abaddon waiting behind a little bit just to make sure it doesn't get too crazy.
I think honestly, it comes more down to with this laning combination between Viper and Outworld Devourer. It comes down to more, personal skill rather than OD being a juggernaut in the mid lane, being able to sap pretty much all of the mana, which is necessary for people to last hit or to harass in the mid lane. With Viper, you don't necessarily need that. Like the same thing with Kunkka. Viper, yes, it's nice to have mana for Poison Strike, but he's got so many passive abilities that he's going to be okay to just deal straight up damage to Outworld Devourer. On top of that, Corrosive Skin is disgusting. If Outworld Devourer tries to attack a Viper who's got level 3 or level 4 Corrosive Skin, he's going to be dealing a lot of damage, taking quite a bit as well. We'll see the Windrunner pickup come out from the Radiant, and I'm not sure who's going to play that, honestly. I know Arteezy played it a couple of times, but that's another good, I think that's a good hero to pick up here, despite the fact that Shackle Shot's not the easiest to hit, especially considering that their disables are, well, the OD, Astral Imprisonment, which doesn't really count, and Visage's Familiar Stuns, which also is very difficult. So the disables here for the Radiant are missing, but doesn't mean that it's not a good pickup.
Yeah, there's a disruption that's going to counter half of a shackle shot if it's really good,
Yeah.
and all of a shackle shot if it's mediocre. So it's not my favorite pick, but it's an offlane option. Not really though. Shadow Fiend, the Shadow Demon, and Jakiro can destroy a Windrunner because they set up to get the free ice path. So it's a whole lot of damage output. Penning this carry, Windrunner could be in trouble in that lane. So I don't really. Windrunner just isn't that good of an offlaner anymore. Let's be honest about it. She's second, third tier. She doesn't compete with the bounty hunters of the world, the nature's prophet of the world, the dark seers. Even in a one-on-one, she could probably do decent if they could find that matchup. But an aggressive Abaddon Visage lane is going to be tough just because Shadow Demon is in the mix. So you have to really be strong. And now Mirana, it makes it 100 times more difficult to go aggressive against that because the damage output early, the
Hmm.
disables early could be frustrating. If they target Abaddon before he can get those shields off, just use the easy disruption into arrow combo,
Yeah.
they're going to blow up that tri lane. Like
Yeah.
Visage's damage is decent. Whatever carry they're going to pick here will be decent, but I think aggressive tri lane's almost off the board because Mirana is like an intimidation pick.
Yeah, I actually really like that pickup there. They've got a lot of abilities that are going to be really nice to have in terms of just being able to disable and not only disable but do damage as well. What it comes down to, however, is that if you look at the Dire team, there's not a whole lot of tankiness there. I mean, all of these heroes can die within a couple of seconds if they get focused down hard enough. Whereas the Radiant side, it's the same way except for Abaddon, who provides a lot of that natural tankiness with a lot of his abilities, and Mistcoil as well, which just keeps people alive longer. Sort of in a, I guess, Treant Protector type atmosphere. But with that being said, there's just so much nuke damage and an Elder Titan coming out as well. That's a huge pickup coming out for the Radiant. I'm not sure if Bulba's on that team. I believe he is. We'll see in a moment if he's the one that picks that up. I would not be surprised to see him go mid. Maybe see. Nope, actually, he won't because Arteezy is on the OD, so he'll be going mid.
Yeah, so I like the Elder Titan pick a little bit because it takes some pressure off of the tri lane. Looks like Bulba picks up Windrunner. TC is going to be on the Titan. So I'm not sure if that means that Titan's going to try and solo lane and Bulba's going to be part of this tri lane. I guess we'll have to give it a minute before we make really bad guesses and get called out as frauds, even though that's probably happening now because I suggested the idea.
Yeah.
But while we have that minute to wait, I want to thank everyone that's watching. Of course, Malt reminded everyone during the break that you can purchase a ticket for $4 and get all this in-game action as well as support the prize pool and the NEL in general. This is definitely entertaining. We're having action every night. You can watch it here. You can watch it from some of the players in game at first-person perspective streams. So it's all over the place, and it's a really good idea. And everyone that called me out on not switching my screens last time, suck it, because I was on point just then.
You got him, man. You got him. I want to point out something that someone in chat said. I think it's clever. Liquid TC. TC is playing TC, so a little bit of Inception, I guess. So there. That's my. That's it. That's my analysis for the rest of this game. So you're on your own, buddy.
I don't even. How do I follow that up?
I don't know, man. It's tough. That's a lot. It's tough to hit up with that kind of knowledge.
Wasn't TC? Didn't it originally stand for Troll Chieftain?
I don't know. I'm not sure what. His name stood for something that wasn't just his actual name, because obviously his name in real life is Tyler Cook. It did stand for something.
I think it was Troll Chieftain.
Chat, anybody know here? Anybody?
No, I know Tauren Chieftain's a thing, chat.
Yeah, we know Tauren Chieftain is Tauren. We're talking about Liquid TC.
TC, I don't know. We'll have to ask him or look it up later. But either way, this could be because Troll Chief. Okay.
I think that's. It's more than his name. We know that it's his name as well, but it's also he did actually. I'm pretty sure it was
Token Canadian. I like that one the best. Okay, we're gonna go with Token Canadian. That's obviously what it stood for.
It definitely is.
I think he could have been the only person from Canada that ever played Dota.
He was.
Dota 1 All Stars.
No, I'm pretty sure 1437.
Oh, it's a gross exaggeration, but I'm just gonna roll with it. We have Snaking catching
Already
off Arteezy, gets hit by an arrow, taking a whole lot of damage. We already have the OMKFG coming out in chat. Arteezy knows he's in a little bit of trouble here, but there ain't enough damage to finish him off.
Yeah.
Still, you got to be a little bit more cautious there. I mean, it's unfortunate Jakiro was in the area. He was doing some deep next level warding responsibilities, so that's why he wasn't there. If he was, that would have been a kill. It would have been a kill 100% if he was there. Yeah.
Yeah. But they know this is the Radiant now see that this is an aggressive tri lane. They rotate their tri lane down bottom in a smart move. They make Arteezy waste a salve, and boom, look at that. It's not Bulba playing the Elder Titan, but he is going to go mid. TC on the Tauren Chieftain.
Token Canadian.
Elder Titan. We're just going to call him that from now on. So TC should have an okay time here mid. They don't want to have that matchup between the Viper and the OD. That's smart. Instead, send Arteezy top and just steal Supercell's intelligence. Get Supercell no mana, essentially, so he cannot use that Iron Shell. Down to the bottom lane. Snaking and Universe. Looks like they're going to rotate and look for a gank mid now on Elder Titan. TC has no idea what the hell's happening.
Yeah, so this rotation from behind is going to kill TC. Oh, whoa!
What?
Oh my god! Oh, everything I said about PPD, it's all null and void! Oh no! I ruined him. His career, that blood is on my hands. Oh. Oh no, that double click to self-target. He got so excited. Have you ever had that happen where you get so excited?
Yeah.
You just double click the ability and just hit yourself? Oh man. Commentator's curse at its finest. Here we go. Here it goes again. Oh, he had to cancel it that time. Got nervous. Got him. Snaking's going to body block a little bit. Arteezy's going to try and do some super jukes here. Will Snaking try for the arrow? Oh, he doesn't have no mana.
There's no mana for arrow. There's no mana for arrow. It
does matter. That doesn't matter. We got some first blood kills coming out there. Snaking getting the first kill of the game. Arteezy had a rough couple set of games today. And it continues here.
Yeah.
And what's this, our third or fourth game of the day? Time flies.
It's fourth.
On Tuesdays.
I know it does. It really does.
Oh, TC's taking a whole lot of damage from Monkeys Forever. I think this is, when it gets down to it, this is a favorable lane for Viper. Of course, they're better off with Elder Titan here than the OD.
Oh, until that happens. I was waiting for that to happen.
Just like I said, this is a favorable lane for the Elder Titan. I mean, they're better off with a Viper here than putting the Darkseer there, but, Elder Titan just wins this matchup hands down. What was that? That was an overcommitment from Monkeys Forever. He wasn't getting that auto attack off. Oh, just like I said, this is a favorable lane for Viper.
John,
Elder Titan just cannot man up against this Viper. I'm
John, what's going on,
flip
buddy?
flopping as hard as I can. I'm trying to do my
You are
politician
flip
act.
flopping hard. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
say
running
you're
for
flip flopping
office.
harder than a politician.
2014, NY John, Dota 2 Senate. Vote
Is
me.
that? Yeah, I mean,
It's gonna be a
no, no one in
thing.
their right mind is gonna vote you. I think that
Ace League Senate. I'm pretty sure that's part of the government. The
is
Ace
it.
League in China.
Dear Lord, John. All right, well, we're going to jump back into the game action here and just, I guess, to look at some things right now. Arteezy actually run bottom with Supercell, so they want to keep that matchup, and now it's another aggressive tri lane coming out from the Radiant side, and this is good. I mean, they were down in a defensive tri lane earlier, or an aggressive... No, the Radiant were in a defensive tri lane earlier, but with this aggressive tri lane there, they can pull, they can stop the farm, of course, of this Mirana, which is snaking. So we'll see how that goes. Early on, there's a lot of crazy stuff that's happened. But everything's still pretty even. If you look at the graphs, it's still only 500 experience for the Dire, and gold's pretty much even. So this game's still very, very in anyone's favor here.
Yeah, and here comes the shackle onto Grand Grand. Gets caught at the top lane. That power shot misses, so shame on you, Bulba. Huge arrow from Snake King. The King is going to go on to Lampo. Lampo is going to drop here to an auto attack from Mirana. That power shot connects, though. It's a 1-for-1 trade as it stands right now. Universe is going to try and back it out. Back that ass up, trying to lead, but Snake King jumps forward. The shield does get off, and it looks like he's going to get the deny. Universe. What a player. And now Bulba, a dead player.
Yeah, I mean, that went, obviously, it went really well for the Dire there. They did lose one hero in that engagement. Not the worst thing in the world, though, especially when you're up against an Abaddon. It's super tough to kill anybody with a Photic Shield, which we talked about already. But, you know, Universe just making plays that he makes every day with that deny. I mean, that deny is not too hard. All you have to do is, if you're low health, just throw the miscoil up, and you're going to do 50 damage to yourself.
When you're running, you have to turn around, line of sight it, and time it. It gets a little bit difficult.
Listen,
you're right, it's not that hard.
For Universe, that's a simple play. For anybody else, I'd say that's pretty good.
Universe making simple plays.
That's right.
What a simpleton. What a simpleton.
He's a simple player. That's all he does.
God. If he could play any more simple, he'd be playing League of Legends. Jesus.
Whoa. I didn't say that, man. That's on you. Meanwhile, mid lane, Viper struck onto TC here. TC's in some trouble right now.
Gonna take some good damage.
Yeah, you think you should go down here. He's trying to get that kill onto Viper. Almost did as well with the Astral Spirit. Unfortunately, not going to happen. Nicely done for Monkeys Forever. Did very well with that kill. Viper Strike being used to great effect. He's going for Phase Boots. A lot of people question Phase Boots on Viper. I think it's pretty legit. So that's just my opinion. I play a lot of Viper, so I know, I see some strategies.
You should make the strategies. You got to be a pioneer.
I mean, I am Pioneer. I Phase Drum Lothars.
Phase Drum Lothars. So you go speed build. It's like the old gyrocopter build on a Viper.
Exactly. But I mean that build works for anybody, so that's not really
that's like a Doom build too.
Yeah.
We have an arrow coming out, but it's missed time from Snake King. The King's about to be dethroned. A nice shield comes in, saves Bulba for a second, but the poison's on him. He's gonna die, I believe. Lampo goes down in the meantime, and Bulba's surviving. I'm not sure. That was a missed time on the poison. I think if he popped the poison, it would have killed him.
Yeah, I think, maybe. I mean, if you did it right at the right time, but I think
it's level 2.
Yeah.
So even one stack would have been... He was really low. I don't know. We'll question PPD again because he did self-disrupt and counter a kill on TC middle before. So everything's up in the air now. I don't know who to trust anymore.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's like... Oh, wow. Universe is getting got on here by Monkeys Forever. That's a kill.
I missed that because I was adjusting. We have Monkeys Forever hasted. He's just going to go ahead and leave. We come back in, and now Lampo might be in a little bit of trouble. Monkeys Forever is bottling up. Yeah, he's dead.
Lampo's going to die, but I don't think it's going to... Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Actually.
Those bottle charges.
So, I mean, it was
TC
really...
might try and clean up a little
5
bit
minutes
here.
ago, not even 5 minutes ago, this game was close, and that just took a drastic nosedive for the Radiant. In about the span of 3.5 minutes or so, they've gotten a 2,000 experience lead and almost a 2,000 gold lead as well, so...
Yeah, it's a whole lot of experience change. Grant is chilling in the jungle up here. We see they're just leaving Bulba alone for now. They're going to go ahead and try and get some extra experience on... Jesus. I don't know what's worse, ghosting or self-statting.
How do you know it was the self-stat?
Because I heard you typing. I think everyone on the stream heard you typing too. That's like the most conspicuous self-stat ever.
It's a lie. He's setting me up. Everybody don't listen to him.
Yeah, I just typed at the same time that you stopped talking to make it look like a setup on that next level anticipation player.
All right, well.
You know, that's me, top player in New York.
Whoa, that's not true, and you know it.
Dual breath onto Bulba. Bulba's dropping pretty low. Let's be honest. It's me, then Rolo, then Fogged.
No,
In
wait.
that
Let me give
order.
you some more names. Let me give you some more names. PowerNet is also in New York, by the way. Throwing that out
Yeah,
there.
everyone
PowerNet's
from
in New York.
upstate gets like. Oh, Rolo's
Um,
from upstate actually. So
WTF Dota, Nick Wong, he's from New York.
that's a different.
Dave, Genocide Run, I
Upstate New
believe.
York is Canada. It's a different place.
No, wow.
You guys
All
are
right.
token Canadians with
We're,
TC.
as cool as it would be to be a token Canadian from upstate New York, it doesn't work that way.
I don't know. I think your passport has to get checked every time you come down towards the city.
Is that how it works?
You have to go through customs.
Oh, so that's what I have to do every time I go into the subway.
Eat fresh. Okay, Jakira on the top lane is trying to get some farm into the tower. PPD looking for some levels as well. Mid lane, TC's throwing out Illusion. This Elder Titan, I don't know. Is this standard for Elder Titan 4-4 not getting the ultimate till 9-10ish?
Yes, this is standard. Usually you like to see a natural order at 3 instead of 4, but it works just the same. Because that natural order is really good. Armor reduction at 100%, pretty damn good. What was the other? Yeah, and resist reduction, 33%. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous amount of armor and, of course, resist reduction. That is just absolutely fantastic to have. So I think that getting that ability is pretty much necessary. On top of the fact that you already have Astral Spirit, which is a damn good spell. So I think that's the right build to go for. And TC, of course, playing it really effectively right now. However, he's died twice. So not having the best game as of this point, but that can change very quickly with that hero specifically.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out in my head what team is better suited to 5-man Dotes, and I don't know. It's really close. They both have just a little splash of team fight, and it's going to come heavily down to execution, less so than just pure abilities. I think it's pretty even, and honestly, if it continues the way it's going, Snaking's going to have a huge advantage because his money is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Or at least he's getting the kills out of the tri-lane is what I'm trying to say.
He's got 4 kills, which is where he's getting that money from. He doesn't necessarily have the most
doesn't have last hits, but
right.
It's virtually impossible. Statistics show to last hit on Mirana because the base damage starts off at 0.
I can agree with that. That's probably right.
It starts
That
off at
sound,
0. I was really concerned when that nerf came through, and it turns out if they give her some base damage, she'll be a really, really legit hero. Not overpowered, but legit.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
That fix, it just seems too simple. It's too simpleton. It's a fix that you would accuse Universe of putting in place. Arteezy's getting stalked a little bit up here. Monkeys Forever is looking for somebody to jump on.
He wants that kill. He can get either. I'm not sure. He's going to get Astral Imprisonment, and they know he's here right now. They're actually backing off smartly to under the tower. They might have heard the TP. They might see Snake in here.
Yeah, they have this ward up here, and they saw the TP in, and this really deep double damage Mirana. So I think, they kind of set Monkeys Forever up to be found out.
Yeah, and plus he's been missing for a while, so I mean they're probably just like, let's not do anything crazy. We don't know where the rest of them are on the map. They can see, of course, in the top lane PPD. They just don't know where that Viper is. He's the missing piece of the puzzle. And I mean, if you've ever played Dota before at a somewhat decent level, that's like not the trench essentially. You know that if their mid hero is missing, there's a good chance he's looking for a gank somewhere during the laning phase.
That is fair. That's a very fair point-based mod.
I feel like I just John Madden that right there. That was a John Madden.
John Madden.
That's
probably a good thing.
You win
I
like
haven't heard
90% of the engagements that.
Arteezy gets caught by the ice path. The arrow splits the uprights, but we do have an Elder Titan ultimate getting dodged too. That was so much just not being on the map that I'm pretty sure a lot of fans forgot that OD was a part of the game. But he is here, and he's charging forward now. They're going to try and catch off whoever they can. Mirana has enough mana for a leap, so she should be safe.
Whoa.
TC still wants to pursue. That damage almost kills off Grant. And Arteezy is going really ham for these kills. He's hungry. Disjoints it with the leap, and Arteezy gets caught! Grant style it again! Oh my god, Arteezy versus Grant. Grant is up 2-0. 2-0. What a player.
Well, now we definitely have to put a highlight video together. Monkeys forever. What are you doing?
I'm not even watching that. I'm watching PPD get chased. This is like the saddest battle I've ever seen in my life. Wow! Wow! In the battle of the bad, or the sad, PPD wins. It's not as much it was bad. It was just weird.
This is the most entertaining thing.
Period. That's it. That was your sentence. This is the most entertaining
I
thing.
mean, I don't really need to say much else. I think the people in chat can vouch for that. You know what I want? I really want to have like some sort of application implemented where I can read Dota TV chat as a caster.
I'm pretty sure that exists. So, good
I
news.
don't. So,
I think it exists.
what's that? How does it exist?
What do you want to? You want to watch Dota
while I'm
TV chat
casting.
as a caster?
Yeah, like reading Twitch chat.
Oh, but do you want to have it off on the stream?
I want to have it off in game. Yes, I don't want to be able to like read it in game.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That definitely doesn't exist. Then I was thinking you want just I don't know, outsource it.
Enlightenment's telling me that there's a mod for it, and I trust Enlightenment.
Okay, well then he's probably right. Enlightenment. Your name is Enlightenment. You're probably a smart guy.
Actually, it's the number 10 meant. So.
Okay, then I take back what I said. You're a decent guy. Mid lane, there's a little bit of a battle coming on here. Snaking's going to come in with the arrow. Times are right this time, and Arteezy is going to drop again.
Yeah.
0-3 right now. There's a little bit of a Mirana ultimate. That was to set up the first kill, but they're wrapping on the back end of it, and they've gone to the jungle without being spotted, so they can come in on Universe here. Universe is level 7. He has an ultimate available. Oh, but he just the walk-up kill. Ice Path misses, and everything is falling apart for the Dire now as my leg starts to
That
cramp.
one game. Your leg's cramping?
A little bit.
Are you okay?
I might be dying,
No, don't say that.
but I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Well, you had me worried, John.
Leg cramps. Instantly transition into strokes,
Who knows?
obviously.
I mean, who knows what that
Number
could
one
be?
symptom. Number one symptom of death is a leg cramp.
yeah.
Never come closer to the Reaper in my life.
Oh,
Here we have a sleep. It catches up a couple, but there's no follow-up. Windrunner throws out a power shot. Odie's gonna... This is a really greedy build. He's gonna go for silence, which... Really greedy. I guess that's all I could say about it.
All right, wait. This is a Mexican standoff, man. Look at this. They're just both staring at each other across the river here. This is like... Someone play the music from The Good and Bad and the Ugly. Because that's what's happening. This is like
You know who wins Mexican standoffs?
Oh, my God.
Shackle's there too. Power shot. Snake King's dead. That's one. Vacuum pulls all three in. Supercell getting a good vacuum off. It delays the follow-up, so only one dead right now is Snake King. PPD on the high ground is going to get chased down by Arteezy. Arteezy with the auto attacks is not going to get the kill on PPD because a brilliant Ice Path comes out, catches 3+ in it. So it's going to be one kill. They used a decent bit for that one kill. By decent bit, I mean the OD ultimate. Sanity's Eclipse. Universe is surviving, but he pops. That's the worst feeling. When like one stray attack pops your ultimate. That
And
sucks.
it didn't even heal him up at all. Like,
I know. That's because you just got like that very last auto attack and it just triggers it. And you're like, I didn't trigger it. And then you hate Dota for like 8 minutes. We do see a little bit of an engage coming here as the tower goes down. That tower kill actually goes to Bulba. Ice Path does catch Universe. He has no ultimate, mind you, because of that little Grieve. And he's going to go down. TC gets vacuumed backwards yet again. He has no mana left on him, trying to get in for auto attacks. But you don't auto attack against a Viper, but he's still hasted, so he could make it out of here. Arrow flies, buyback from Universe. He's back in the mix, snaking, going ham, trying to get in here. That Starfall is going to deal a decent bit of damage to TC. But still nothing really happening after all that.
Arteezy
power shot
broadcasts the
flies.
fact that he has no mana, which he actually does, so it's a lie.
It's like it's like in one of the MLG games, someone just all chatted. Like the biggest pub move ever is to all chat the Roche timer.
Yeah.
And then it's like after you do that, you just like because you feel so accomplished when you time the Roche, at least
You
for
do.
a pubber. Like,
Yeah,
because
you
it's
do.
so much effort and no one ever does it. So you're like, yes.
I do it every game. I literally do it every game. So
And then
I'm pretty
you like
excited.
leave, right? After you do that, you just leave the game. You're like, my job
Yeah,
here is done.
I'm done. That's it. It's
Done.
never getting better than that. Viper's coming through. Just gonna hit Arteezy once. He's got a haste rune.
You got me all excited, and I had no idea what that was happening.
No, it's
Arteezy's
not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that wasn't a big deal. We do see Snaking is going to back off here. TC in pursuit. Pursuit of happiness. He's going to go throw out an Astral Spear. Does absolutely nothing. Pink is so underleveled. Snaking is level 9.
Yeah, that's a problem considering he was in the tri lane, he was farming the tri lane.
Started off 4-0.
Yeah. But at the same time, you look at the people who are farming in the raiding tri lane, it's not very different. And the fact that the Visage is only level 6, that's a
Well,
problem. But now the familiars are
snaking
up.
versus
Snaking,
familiars.
he's gonna pop
He
the
popped the
drums.
drums.
He'll make it out, barely.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a whole lot of move speed on the back end of leap and drums and phase.
No, the Dire.
Here comes a response. Snaking's being really greedy. This creep might finish him off. This is a close battle, guys. You better kill that creep. Uh-oh. That could have been embarrassing.
Fight. Are they fighting?
Supercell, another vacuum.
Uh-oh.
He's getting multi-target vacuums, but it's way before his team's ever ready. Lampo gets hit by a shield here. He's going to try and survive for a moment. Turns around, throws out a soul assumption that does little damage. Here's an ultimate from the Tauren Chieftain. The Shackle catches off Supercell on the side as well. Bobo, though, is going to take a whole lot of damage in the middle of that. Monkeys Forever throwing the slows into Lampo. Lampo going to try and juke in this body block exchange, but Grant is there for the cleanup with the Ice Path. Monkeys Forever drops as well. TC hitting really hard with his auto attacks. Look at that, plus 198 right now. Throws out another Astral Spirit. It's going to try and walk into PPD, but he's so slow he can't even get the Astral over there. But his right clicks are just huge, and he cancels it to get a sleep kill. Oh my god, TC.
Wow.
What a player. Wow.
Just like the most boss.
Insult to injury.
That's like, I don't even need to right click you. I can just stop
disrespect.
And kill you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
But while that was happening, by the way, Grant decided to. Universe was sitting here in the trees, and Grant was just like, he knew exactly where he was. Universe had about 20 HP. Grant walks in. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" He just hits him once and kills him. So that also happened too.
Oh, look at all these sleeping creeps. I don't know. What do you think about the double bracer build on Elder Titan?
I
guess it's good.
think that I guess if he wants to be, he's significantly tankier than I guess he was before.
No, he's had it for a really long time. He just
sold that bracer, so forget it.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a questionable just because it's a decent amount of cash, whereas buying a hatchet and then buying a quality blade, and then selling it, it's whatever because it's only 225 or so.
Wow.
But 525 it's a little bit of an expensive investment to just throw out the ends. I don't know. I like it though.
Yeah,
I can roll with it.
I don't know about it.
It's one of those ideas that's like it's good in its own right, and then someone's gonna try and take it to the next level and get 3 bracers, and it's gonna be horrible.
That would not be. I would not like that.
You got to try it out though. What if it is better? TC's gonna go on PPD now. The sleep is there. It connects. Wow, at the very edge of that AOE.
Oh, was that really necessary?
Ultimate is here. They throw every ability at him, and they secure the kill onto the Shadow Demon. Meanwhile, bottom lane tower goes down as well as a kill onto Arteezy. Arteezy, Dota's not his game right now. He's 0-4.
Bulba said it all. Meanwhile, blue. That's all you need to know.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how they're doing the exact same thing right now. Both teams pushing out the top and bottom lanes. There's 2 heroes here for the Dire, so they're looking like they actually want to defend this bottom tower. Unless someone TP's back, which they should, they'll, yeah, there they go. So they're going to try to defend this. At least Arteezy's going to be here. And he'll clean this creep wave up, and now everyone's going to back off. So this game is taking a little bit longer than I thought. I thought Dire had a pretty good advantage early on, but with the Elder Titan, they're making a strong comeback here. And TC, of course, playing excellently again as he gets arrowed.
Eats an arrow to the face, and that vacuum back is going to be enough to kill him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The casual question mark.
Yeah.
I think the question mark in chat almost erases any sense of liability. Like he's not responsible for that death.
Yep, no, not anymore. That question mark.
No, someone else. Yeah, you have to get it off before you die, otherwise it's worthless too. If it's after your death, you just look like trash. That's tacky. But Darkseer's going to continue to farm. He has his mech up now. PPD. He's got some items, I guess. Snaking, I don't know what went wrong. But something went wrong. He's going to go for a Ghost Scepter now. He started off 4-0. His CS wasn't great, but it was still decent. And now he's 4-2, but 22 minutes in, and he's got drums, he's got Bassi, and phase boots. It's just not where he should have scaled to be.
They really needed Viper to come on through and win them some more team fights with just some superb.
Here comes the Shackle attack. Wow. What? Game is broken. Valvo, please fix. Grant gets hit by a sleep. There's an ultimate from Elder Titan. And it's going to catch Grant. Snaking is just trying to get out of here. He's already used his leap. Now a shackle that somehow does not latch onto these trees that are half the distance of the previous one. And a power shot back towards the creep wave. But it looks like Snaking's going to try and get back involved with Supercell in a moment. So we were talking about things that we needed before. This needs salty bits. Do you know what salty bits are?
I do know what salty bits
Arteezy's
is.
going to get jumped on in the river here. He's taking a good amount of damage. Gets a shield up onto him, so he'll survive for a moment. Going to pop that shield. Muggy's forever, and he'll actually die from the demonic purge damage. Universe Dota is the next target. He's trying to hightail it up to the high ground, but not quite making it all the way. Now there's a little bit of a turnaround. That arrow is wide right.
Oh, don't say that to me. Come on.
What?
I'm a Bills fan. You know what? Never mind. I shouldn't even said anything.
Wide right? Well, I didn't watch their game. Obviously, I was doing
No. All right,
Dota
never
things.
mind. You don't know what it is.
Oh, it's the reference?
Yeah.
The playoff game?
Don't worry. Yeah, the Super Bowl game actually.
They haven't been in the playoffs for so long that everyone in our stream is too young to know the reference, so you're fine.
I guess
It's been like 87 years, roughly. I remember when Willis McGahee played for them. Now he doesn't play for anybody.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's true. That's a statistic right there.
I was in a fantasy league and a guy drafted McGahee in like the 7th round.
Somebody drafted McGahee in like the 3rd round in ours, and then someone else drafted Terrell Owens, and then someone else drafted another player that's not playing. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
But it was.
We only had one clowny guy. And oh my god. I was just in shock and awe, and we wouldn't let him take the pick back. You can't let someone take a pick like that back. That's set in stone.
Yeah, that's kind of sad that he picked Willis McGahee.
You gotta do
What are
some
gonna do?
homework, you know.
Wait, who did? It was somebody that was decent that he picked up, and I'm just like, that doesn't make sense. I don't understand why you would pick that player. He's not on a team. Anyways,
the Giants signed Brandon Jacobs already. I think I'm pretty sure.
Not, it was an
so
offensive
someone in
player,
chat said
obviously.
it. No, I was talking to chat. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry to give sub. Arteezy's gonna get hit hard on top lane. He throws off an O. Ooh, he's perfectly timed, and Arteezy lives. That's probably his greatest accomplishment of this game.
Instead of Style says someone in my league got Aaron Hernandez through auto draft. That's sad. You hate to see that.
You hate to see that sort of thing happen.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. And I don't know how outdated your draft client was because he should not be in the pool.
He really shouldn't. I feel like if there's any, like, you could keep like free agent people in. That's fine. Even somebody who's like maybe a minor misdemeanor. But the fact that he's going to jail.
Oh, we got Shackle in the top lane. I'm going to interrupt you for some action. Grant's getting jumped on. Force that forward from Boba. There's a silence coming out now. It's the long-awaited silence from OD. OD does have a shield on him, so not taking that much damage. Snaking's going to pop off the invis and be in pursuit. Supercell gets hit by a nice Shackle. There's no damage to finish off Supercell, though. And the power shot comes out. Everyone's still surviving. They've only gotten the Jakiro kill so far, but there's the Sanity's Eclipse. Gets a kill onto Supercell. Snaking now trying to retreat. Pops out the Ghost Scepter, but eats a power shot. That's not how it works. You cannot do that. And just a constant armlet call. I think that's going to be the build for OD coming up here soon.
I think he wants. Oh, he is going armlet.
You can see that working. I've done armlet disruptor before. It's pretty legit.
You can get away with armlet with any hero, so.
Yeah, and Disruptor's one of those heroes that items, like, who cares? You can get whatever you want. I do usually do, like, Maelstrom, Armlet.
Wait, Disruptor's a hero? I didn't know that hero existed.
Thrall?
Yeah, I didn't know that he's actually still played.
Oh, yeah, that's why you can do whatever you want, because nobody knows about him.
I literally haven't seen that hero in a month and a half, if not 2 months.
Honestly, if Valve decided to, like, release him again, people would be like, thank God we got a new hero. Disruptor OP.
They just need to fix a couple things with them.
He's a good hero. He's very situational, though. I don't know. He has a lot of synergy with Nagasiren that people just don't care about. Because BKBs are broken. But
yeah. That's actually not, like, I'm not trolling. That's actually something that's pretty true. So, they need to fix BKBs. So, I don't know if you were trolling or not, but I'm not.
I probably was.
That's okay. You're allowed to troll.
Thank you. Thank you for permission, sir.
You're welcome.
So I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the game, but it's just been a lot of chaos. There's a Roche attempt now. And
let's look at some actual graphs here because I haven't checked anything out that was
They're
actually
just
Dota
really,
related in about
really
10 minutes.
ugly graphs.
Yeah, these graphs are kind of gross. They're pretty even in terms of experience. I mean, it's like 1,000, if that. At this point, 1,000 gold lead. There's a nice Ice Path Stomp coming through from Elder Titan. Now they're looking to fight this, John, and they're going to get an Aegis on Arteezy. Earth Splitter. Missing. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Supercell's going to get caught by a really nice shackle. He'll go down. Ultimate comes out from Viper, who makes it into the back end of the fight, but gets ash-rolled.
Oh,
Huge vacuum! Huge vacuum wall combo. Takes out everybody, and now Arteezy's in no man's land. He's by his lonesome, going to try and find whatever kill he can get. But there
God.
isn't anything. But
Oh my gosh. Well, he's going to die regardless. But John, you spoke too soon. You said that Supercell was going down or was dead after he got disrupted from his ally PPD with a huge play. Supercell comes out. I think he pops his mech as soon as he gets out. Wall on the ground, vacuum into it, kills 3 people right off the bat. Unbelievable play. Dear Lord.
he's been hitting vacuums all game. But
Yep.
99% of them have been irrelevant because there wasn't any team behind him. But that one was amazing. That just like took everyone down to a quarter health or less instantly. So, what a player.
Yeah, what a player. You said it. I mean, and right after a Roche fight as well. That's Derek coming up strong with that fight.
Yeah, that's an Aegis taken down as well. You know, things were finally starting to look decent for the Radiant. And they turn it right about right around. It's statistically flawless. So we'll stick with that. For those of you just tuning in, this is the NEL. Usually Mott does cast every night because he is a trooper. And you get to see a lot of pro players in action. I'm NY John, joining Mott tonight on a Tuesday because I can. And if you want to get involved, buy a ticket because 50% of the prize pool is coming from ticket sales. So we're going to keep a pretty decent eye on those updates and get to you and see how big our prize pool is. And it's going to be awesome because it's community funded. It's from people that actually enjoy this style of play, this league. It gives an incentive to the players to play a little bit harder, even though you cannot decipher that based on a couple of the games we've seen tonight. It still is early in the season, so you know it's not worth trying to grind it out right now. You might as well have fun.
Yeah,
while you can have fun.
And that's kind of 99% of these games half the time is just enjoying Dota. I mean, a lot of the time, some people will try hard in certain games, but really what it comes down to is this: the all chat, the flame, the fun, the enjoyment. Yeah, so I mean, they're crazy, but it's fine.
Yeah. So thanks guys for watching. Now let's get back to the action. Mirana has picked up the F Blade. I think this is a pretty whatever pickup. I don't know. There's a lot of magic damage.
You're gonna say this is a pretty whatever pickup for Shotgun Mirana?
Yeah, think about it. She can deal a lot of damage, but the second she shotguns, she's gonna eat an Assumption. She could probably get Sanity's eclipsed, and that would be a one shot. Yeah, she's exposed.
Yep,
Snaking has been exposed.
And they need to get out, and they should be able to get out of here. There's a sleep, but that's not going to be able to catch them. This is Familiars. Might be able to get a stun on Snaking, just missing. Sleep going through
nice
as well.
Force Staff by PPD to dodge the sleep too.
Yeah.
So things going decently. There's a blink up on Darkseer now, so he's already been a pretty solid baller in this game, but it's only going to get better from here on out. I don't know if we noticed the Aghanims on Viper. That's in play. Grant got his own Force Staff now. We just talked about the F-Blade and, of course, another Force Staff. So some Force Staff Dotas. OD with the unique build out of everybody. But you can appreciate it for what it is.
Leave it to Arteezy to go armlet on the OD. Where, is he going to toggle it? Is it on? It's not on. Use that armlet. No? Alright. Pinging it up. What's he got?
Ping check?
Snaking is on 116 MS. That's a lie. He's not lagging. He's lying.
Maybe it's packet loss.
Maybe. Could be.
Oh, here comes the ultimate from Monkeys Forever going on top of Arteezy. Arteezy taking a good bit of damage here. There's an armlet toggle in the middle to get him some health back. Armlet, oh, the arrow to the face. Disruption, what? PPD, come on, I vouched for you. Arteezy gets caught in the ice path anyway. Grant with a big play. He dies for it. TC vacuumed into the middle of the fight. There's a ultimate on him. He gets disrupted again. He's going to die. Monkeys Forever taking some extra bit of damage. Everybody. Okay, I may have called out the wrong person. Was there a shield that allowed him to astral himself? Or was
Um,
it a disruption? I think it might
it
have been
was
a shield to
disruption. It
astral
was
himself.
disruption. I'm
Are you
like
sure?
90% sure it was disruption.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Yeah. But I gotta say, to start out the fight, Supercell had a great setup once again. He had that wall on the ground and he was ready. You could see he was ready for the vacuum, except for the fact Arteezy, right after he walled, Arteezy's like, nope, that's not happening. He threw up the Orc Malevolence to, of course, silence Supercell. Supercell, I guess that's another worthless vacuum. I guess, well, there wasn't a vacuum to begin
Chalk
with,
it
so
up.
it's,
There's
yeah,
a reason why
chalk it
it's
up.
99%.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
it
know.
keeps increasing.
I don't blame him for it. You know. Oh, Lampo.
You don't?
Questionable TP. There's a worthwhile vacuum kind of. No. Nope. Send it back to worthless
Oh,
vacuum. Snaking's going to die from this
Snake
pop.
is dead.
He's
Yep,
dead.
he's
Yep.
dead.
No chance. That's a nice kill for the Radiant team, and now PPD's being pursued a little bit here. He's gonna get surged into a shackle. It was like a good thought, but it just didn't help.
Those poor fucking Hellbears, dude. Those Hellbears were sitting in their camp, and all of a sudden this guy just like gets 4 step forward into the camp, and like he gets shackled, and the Hellbears are like, what's going on? They start hitting him in the face, and then RTZ proceeds to come through, and he just kills those poor Hellbear and his Hellbear child. That poor family of Hellbears. Dear God.
There's no female Hellbears though, so how does he have a Hellbear child?
There's a female Hellbear somewhere around the map, I'm
Unless
sure.
mud golems are like the
Technically, it's
females
an
of the
Ursa.
jungle.
Maybe that Ursa warrior is, in fact, a female Ursa, and Ursa, the Ursa, is obviously a male Ursa.
There's action in the middle lane. Arteezy's gonna come in on Grand. Wow, what a shackle! Grand gets caught. Nice vacuum by Supercell. We're gonna chalk that up to another irrelevant vacuum though, because nothing happened on the back end of it.
Chat's saying they're asexual, so I'm gonna go with that.
They're asexual? I can believe that, I suppose.
They're not like a fungus, though.
They're not
So
like a
that's
fungus. They just pop out angry little Ursa babies, and they're back. They're angry at TC.
It was
Look at
artistic,
that,
though.
look at that face. They just can never smile, based on
Which
the
one? Where are
jawline.
you? Oh yeah, I see him. Look
like,
at that.
look at
God,
that.
yeah, that thing is.
He might be
There's
smiling right now. We just can't tell.
Zoom in on that.
I can't get any closer.
Oh, are you zoomed in?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good.
I was like, I wish I could get a first-person view.
First person view from like. That'd be awesome if you could
From,
get
like,
first person
from
camera view on like
TC,
somebody
even
get,
though
like,
he's looking the
TC.
wrong
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, he's looking the wrong way, but it doesn't matter. He'll
So I
turn
could
around
stare at
eventually.
this creep wave. They just can't smile.
No, I
Not
guess
allowed to be
not.
happy. I think that probably
I
came
don't-
with when they changed their name. They also changed their expression because Ursa was like a happy creep. You know, they got to be angry in the jungle, and then Hellbear Smasher. They're very disgruntled about their new name.
Well, let's think about it. I don't think there's any creep that's happy. If we go through all the, you know what, the game's back on. I guess we can't do
how
that
happy
now.
this ogre is. The ice
That
ogre.
ogre's not happy. I don't think.
Just-
I mean, he's got no expression whatsoever. But I don't know. That's
I think he's living a pretty good life. He's got two buddies to like protect him, even though he's always targeted
he's
first.
got that gang, man.
Yeah. Like if you're in a situation in life and you have goons, you're pretty happy with yourself.
You're pretty good.
Like every big boss from Boardwalk Empire, they're happy with themselves.
That's pretty true. As long as you have a gang or set of goons, essentially, you're good to
Yeah.
go. But enough about the creeps in the jungle. We'll check in on them later. But for now, there could be a potential fight coming mid. In terms of net worth right now, it's pretty close. Viper's up there, but there's two Radiant players who are also doing pretty well for themselves, of course. That is the OD as well as the Elder Titan. Experience has been dipping back and forth in the strangest looking graph I've seen in a while. It's at 0 right now. Gold is also at 0. So this game is clowny as hell, but certainly nowhere near over. It looks like Viper's going to be going for a Butterfly. A good item choice for him. Shiva's is done for Elder Titan. And we already talked about the Ethereal Blade, Blank, Mech, Aghanim Scepter on Viper, which is really good because that cooldown is ridiculously low. It's kind of like the Aghanims for Clockwork, except it's not that as good, I'd say. It's good, but it's not as good. So, anyways, that's your like 30-minute update as we see a Smoke Gank now coming out from the Dire side. Back to you, John. I'll be AFK for about 40 minutes.
It looks like they're going to come towards the bottom lane. And interesting segue. They're going to wrap towards the middle, look for Lampo again. Lampo's only died 7 times, so he can afford a couple more deaths in this game at the very least. But it looks like instead TC's going to run into them. And this is a death that the Radiant can ill afford, so we'll see if they can get in here soon enough, and it looks like they cannot. TC is dead. The Vacuum is going to pull Arteezy and Universe into a Macro Pyre. They're taking a little bit of damage. There's another ultimate flying out for Monkeys Forever. That low cooldown is amazing, as you just stated. Arteezy's going to get that shield popped on him. A couple auto attacks from death. He goes down. And on the back end, there's low health on all these heroes on the Radiant. Dire are taking the fight. Snake and Kale comes in, still has his Eth Blade available, but uses it when Universe pops the ultimate. That's unfortunate. Well, but either way, they're going to get the kills. That's all that matters in the end.
This is going to be a team wipe, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, if Bulba somehow miraculously gets away from this, I'd be very surprised. I mean, there's a leap, there's an arrow. Arrow, nope, doesn't even need it. So double kill for Snake King, and that's a huge fight for the Dire. They literally just opened up a can of whoop ass on the Radiant team, and the Radiant team was doing extraordinarily well up until that point, but a huge smoke can coming out from the Dire, and they said, all right, we're going to put our big boy pants on, we're going to take this team fight, we're going to take this game, potentially a tier 3 tower, potentially even Rax at this point. I'm not sure if anyone has buyback, I'm not sure if they need it. No buybacks on the Radiant, Fortification is going to fly, Visage will be up in about a second, 10 seconds for the Elder Titan. This should be at least a set of Rax, however.
Yeah, it should be an easy set of Rax for them, so I'd expect this Rax to go down, but the other two tier 2s are still standing, so there's nothing more to take here. Probably have to turn around and do a Roche, which they still are not the fastest Roche team in the world, because Viper's damage isn't that great, Morana's damage is mediocre.
Do they have a medallion? Because if they do, I don't think it really matters. I don't think they do unless PPD has it. No. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, they're in a position.
There's an opportunity to contest, is what I'm getting at. And in a confined space like that, Elder Titan is the king of the jungle. I mean, he is. If he can get an ultimate off or sleep into an ultimate, and they can follow up with a Sanity's Eclipse, which is on cooldown, so that won't happen, then they definitely have a good chance at winning that fight.
You're absolutely right. I think that as of right now, as my dog walks into my room.
Oh no!
I think she wants to go out, but that's okay.
Forget you, dog.
Yeah, she'll have to deal with it for now, I suppose. But yeah, I forget what the point I was making.
That's fine. I'll just talk some more and create another opportunity for a point. So we're looking at an eventual Darkseer into an Aghanims, which actually he hasn't finished up now. It's interesting because he's not going to steal. Aghanims is good because the damage boost is significant, but there's not that many base stat attack heroes. I guess OD is decent because, of course, his base int is pretty high, and his additional int is good as well, but he's also using Mystic Staff, Orchid, and his Orb is primarily his damage, so it's, I don't know, it's not that great against him. Elder Titan, it's not going to steal Astral Boost, so I don't know. I don't think it's that great of an item choice, really. He could have gone for a sheep, probably would have been a little bit better for his team.
Well, he's got BKB now, so there's that.
Well, I was talking about Darkseer, sorry.
I'm sorry. I was just, I'm half paying attention to my dog, who's currently eating my N64, so...
Whoa, you gotta stop that dog from doing that.
Yeah, I know.
N64s are way too legit. You gotta train and become like the new Siglemic, or however you say his name.
Siglemic?
Siglemic. To earn tonight on Maud's stream.
Wow, you know speedrunning terms. I'm surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised about this. Big fight breaking out though, and well, we'll see.
I'm just so cultured. There's an arrow coming out. It's going to hit TC in the base. Staking is following up with a little bit of damage. Monkeys Forever is being bullied out by some of these orb attacks from OD. Top lane TP is coming up. They're going to try and jump on top of Bulba. Bulba is going to instantly sheep Snake and go for the tower kill and then hightail it out of here. He has a 4-staff available. Goes for the shackle. Doesn't hit on anybody. What a bad shackle. And that Eth Blade gets a kill on Bulba. Bulba does get a tower, I guess, somewhat worth it.
I don't know if that's super worth it. I'd say, I mean, he's dead for 48 seconds. He can't help contest Roche, which is still available, by the way, which is where they're headed now, I'd imagine. So, I mean, we'll see. This should be a Roche. I don't think they can fight this. Even if they have the Elder Titan up, I'm not sure if this is doable for them. So at this point in time, I got to give the edge to the Dire here, especially after the team fight mid, taking down that tower. Bulba making a little bit of a misplay, gives the Aegis up. It looks like it should be going to the Dire here. I don't think there's any way that they can stop this from happening, even with that familiar in play. They're here, though. They might throw out the sleep on PPD. Ooh, nice 4-staff.
Arrow! Wow. That was quite some timing. Ice Path, not as much so. Supercell's going to get hit hard here. He's going to pop for a decent bit of damage. Wow, pop for 293, but lives through it. That was dangerous, but either way, the Aegis goes to Morana. So
Wait, hold on a second. Resident Roshan timer. There's a guy named Resident Roshan timer in chat. He just threw up the Rosh timer. Excellent. Excellent. I
Dude,
like this guy.
people like I have, let's say, 1,300 games played, and probably between all my commands, 50. If you roach time, you're going to have a bajillion commands, and they're almost worth more than nothing. So you're bound to be successful in Dota.
You're preaching to the choir, buddy. I mean, I rush time every time. Not just every time, but every time.
Yeah, I feel like commends are like 2 times more valuable than the points in whose line it is anyway. So
Yeah.
really valuable.
So 2 times 0 is 0?
Listen, I was never a math guy.
Oh, okay. Me neither. That's all right.
Snaking's jumped on top. He's dead. No chance. So much for that Aegis. It's going to drop instantly. They're going to go on to him. Once he revives
It's a
here
bait.
again,
It's a bait.
it is a really ugly bait if that is the case.
It's
We
a
do have a
huge
kill
bait.
onto Windrunner.
Oh my god, what a bait.
And still not sure I'm going to buy the bait logic.
I think
Let's see if
it's
they
happening.
can convince me. Here's the damage on the Supercell. He's dropping kind of low.
Still
Lampo's
baiting.
in the middle fight. Lampo, this is the longest he's lived in a team fight so far
Still
this game.
baiting.
TC's getting back to the base.
Bait.
Okay, it was a bait.
Oh
Or
wow, that arrow just missed.
or a feed.
No, bait, dude.
It
Don't
could.
even.
I'm sorry.
Don't take this away from me.
I'm going to apologize to you and the king. How dare I question him?
That's right.
King of the North, snaking Dota.
That's right.
It was Jesus Christ. Someone needs to take away this power. Nidorak's taking some extra damage while they were not paying attention. Top lane's going to get pushed out. 3 heroes dead. There's an opportunity to take down the tower at the very least. CRTZ rotating in. He gets disrupted by PPD. Gets soul captured. Arteezy about to eat a whole lot of damage to the face. He's going to die. Supercell's leaving the base with an Orchid on him, but he should be fine. GG called from TC. And when TC calls GG, the game is over.
I gotta say, man, that was the best game of the night, and it usually happens that way. Always the last game of the night is the best one, and they played extraordinarily well. Both teams had a couple of misplays here and there. TC did his best to try to carry, even with that BKB at the end. It really just it didn't go his way. They popped that Aegis. The rest of the dire side was there to force issues, to force fights. They took that bait, went straight with it. They got a bunch of kills. Shout out to Grant for having some amazing ice paths as well. Of course, the Viper from Monkeys Forever played absolutely fantastic up in that mid lane, up against TC, getting a bunch of kills. So, congratulations to the Dire. That's going to be it for us tonight, I suppose. Let's see here. Make sure you go ahead and purchase up an NEL ticket. It's $4 in the Dota TV store. Of course, half of that money will go to the prize pool for the players. Make sure you take care of that. My name is Mott. With me tonight is NY John. If you want to follow John, you can follow him at twitter.com/NYJohnTV. Of course, he also does a lot of stuff for MLG as well. So make sure you check that out. Check his Twitter out. Of course, check me out at twitter.com/Mott32. And, of course, youtube.com/Neo32 is where you're going to be finding all of the VODs for tonight's action. With that being said, everybody, it's been a really fantastic night. I probably am going to be streaming Amnesia, the new Amnesia game, Amnesia Machine for Pigs, on my own personal channel in about, I don't know, who knows when. But you guys are welcome to join me. John, what's up?
I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Go buy a ticket, $4. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to be doing MLG things tomorrow. I also lost Mott's cam again because I like to click things a lot, and then I like to bring up that bar over his face. So it's only half of you. You're like the guy from, what's that, Home Improvement, where you can only see half his face over the fence. I don't know his name right now. But
I don't know
yeah,
either.
thanks for watching, guys. This is a fun stream to do, of course, so it's happy to have you with us. And I'll be back doing something like this on Thursday. I don't know if you'll be around, Mont.
Maybe. Well,
Maybe.
that's
So we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But there will definitely be something on Thursday. and something on Friday, and something tomorrow. Are you doing it tomorrow? I wasn't listening.
Yes. For those of you that are watching tomorrow, I'm going to have one person named Anacletus joining me, Forrest, if you know him from NA Dota. So he'll be joining me with the cast, and we'll have a good time as well. Other than that, don't know what time. I think it's actually roughly around 7 o'clock Eastern is when we're going to be doing it tomorrow night. So guys, stick around then. But I think that's it for us here, right, John?
Yeah. So just hit the follow button, which I don't know where it is. So I'm just gonna point everywhere, and that will let you know when the stream's live. And come and tune in every night because it's fun and chaotic and awesome, and who knows what's gonna happen. Nobody does. So thank you guys. We're gonna shut it down for tonight. It's past my bedtime. So we're out. I'll see you tomorrow.
Shut up, Pat.